When I first came to Master, mind you, a week before, I had never heard the word guru, the word yoga, karma, nothing. Almost all our basic teachings I'd never heard of. And here, 1 week later, after reading the autobiography, I was so completely swayed, convinced by him, that I just knew this was for me. I made a lightning decision, you might say. I took virtually the next bus from New York to Los Angeles. He accepted me again within half an hour, which was, you might say, unheard of. And you'd like to be able to think, well, then I must have had some great samadhi. No, I didn't. I can't make any such claim. But I knew it was for me. And, but my heart was convinced. My mind was totally confused. Because I was the kind of fellow who needs to get it all together. And Boone was somebody who loved to give all these esoteric answers. And my invariable question was, did Master say that? If he didn't, I'd put it aside. If he said yes, then it was something to be believed in. But I never, for a moment, since that time when I met Master on September 12th, 1948, I've never had a doubt about him. I've had lots of doubts. I mean, how could you not? I had to sit down every 15 minutes while working to try to calm his mind, which was just in a furor. And mind you, I had argued with my mother not very long before about when she talked about the miracles of saints. I thought, oh, that's nonsense. And I just wouldn't accept it at all. And here suddenly, our first guru is centuries old, page 8 of the autobiography. Lahiri Mahashaya materializes in a wheat field. I mean, this was pretty heavy stuff. The only way I could handle it was I knew in my heart I had to put the other on a shelf. And over a period of time, I found that my doubts were vanishing because I saw Master manifesting these things in so many different ways. I understood, I understand. But what was the question? That wasn't the question. What was it? Anyway, the point is that it wasn't easy. Yeah, the question was the one I raised. Don't get so involved. I've seen that finally the answer to my questions, there was a period I went through in 1950 of intense doubt. I still knew he was my guru, but still there was doubt. I couldn't help it. I mean, it was this bad that if he had said, it's raining in Los Angeles when we were at the desert, this little sneaky, devilish voice in my subconscious would have said, I bet the sun's shining. What are you going to do? You can't quell those things. You can't pretend they're not there. They're the voice from the past. Master said that in the past you were filled with doubts. But I came to find that the answer to those doubts was not to get on the phone and say, what's the weather like there? Well, he never said that anyway. But that was the level of my own confusion. I found that when I could love, when I could feel his love, everything resolved itself. Love is the answer to doubt, not all this thinking. You'll never get it together. Listen, any doubt that I've ever had addressed to me, I'm way ahead of you. But I also know, I know the answers to most of the questions, and I know that the main answer is the one Master gave when it was that other Kriyananda in Chicago, in fact, who came to Master, and I've told the story in the path, haven't given his name there. Huh?
Shelley.
Yeah. No, not Shelley. Disciple of Shelley. Kriyananda. And he had this this long list of intellectual questions that he wanted to ask Master. Master said, love God. I thought, shook his head. Read the next question. Master said, love God. This guy shook his head and said, well, asked his next question. Master said, love God. Got up and walked out. And so this man has ever since then quoted this story as proof that even masters have their problems. Well, it was his problem. Master could have answered those questions. They weren't the right questions. If people come to us and ask the wrong questions, you know, they're just spinning their wheels. It's not worth it. But if they want to know how to grow, how to purify their hearts, how to become more spiritualized, that's what it's all about. This other stuff is just a waste of time. You can answer 1,000 such questions, you'll still come up with another 1,000.